The Mighty Goddess is a collection of 52 goddess myths written by me, Sally Pom Clayton.
And with 52 paper cuts, snipped by me, Sophie Herxheimer. So, we were just going to have a little chat about the book. What really inspired you? I know you've been working on it for so many years.
I've been telling goddess myths for my entire life, and this was a chance to collect them together and also to explore some more unknown, unfamiliar goddesses to me.
How did you kind of get into each goddess? What kind of set you off on some of them? Because I know we've had conversations about some of them, and I wanted to ask you about, sort of how you went into their worlds really, and what did you do?
Well, I first of all looked at what they wore, what their gestures were, any prayers or rituals connected to them, looking at the bits of fragments of stories that existed, and then I kind of tried to inhabit them.
So with somebody like Freya, who I know we had some conversations about Freya, how did you make it so that it was really her story?
Well, Freya is interesting because there are two other gods in that story, male gods, Loki and Odin, and very often the written versions are from their point of view. So I just pushed those gods to the very edges. They have teeny tiny parts, and I told it from her perspective, and this changed the myth, and I found something very new, I think, and her motivation.
That's really, exciting.
And what about you, Soph? You had to discover these myths yourself and make them your own. How did you start your process?
It's really good. I mean, I was very kind of resistant at the beginning because it's very hard to just go into a book. You read and read. I read your words, I read the stories, I underlined things in them that seemed imagistic to me. I began researching, and the more I got into it, of course, the more each goddess tried to talk to me in a kind of image way. Like what is their defining image, or what is the defining image of the story? And I was able to kind of, go there and sort of meet them, their power, and try to find a way to put that into a piece of paper.
I love the Hecate one. How did you come about that one?
And actually the Hecate one, I mean, this version, there's a lot of versions of Hecate. There's one over there near your feet. But this one, well, I went to the British Museum where there was a display of goddesses, very fortunately for us. And I could see these beautiful statues and sculptures of Hecate and how she looked three ways. I was fascinated with her three-way looking into the past, the present and the future. And actually, because I really like the marble, I cut it out of an old paper bag to get that motley effect that marble has.